Hey, long time no see, and welcome everyone to the Crypto IQ Finals. I'm your host, Kelvin Sparks, a podcast host at The Block, and today we've got yet another exciting matchup. This is the round of 16, the final matchup, and it's packed with surprises, challenges, and of course, plenty of chances to hit the jackpot. For the audience at home, please, at some point during the matchup, we'll have a participation portion of the competition. So audience members who follow Crypto IQ closely will be eligible to win 2,500 USDC at the end of the Crypto IQ Finals tournament. So that's a lot of money. Shit, I would love it. That being said, as you can see, we don't only want to reward the GigaBrains who are going head-to-head in this competition, but also those who show some effort and would love to learn more about crypto. And this would not be possible without Polymarket. Huge shout out to the folks over there for sponsoring today's competition and helping making the trivia chaos possible. Please jump on the wait list on polymarket.com by using code THEBLOCK. That's THEBLOCK, all lowercase, because sometimes the best way to stay informed is to see what everyone else is betting their confidence on. And without further ado, I'd love to introduce our guest for this matchup. This is 2 versus 15. I believe, Luke, you are in that number 2 spot. So please, would you like to introduce yourself and maybe a fun fact about you?
Well, I'm actually the 15 seed because Oleg's replacing the 2 seed. But I'm still happy to go. I'm Luke Cannon. I've been in crypto since 2017, full time since 2020. Mostly kind of trade and invest and stuff now. Fun fact about myself is that I actually tried to buy Bitcoin in 2013 when I was 14 years old, but I didn't know how to buy it except on eBay because I had an eBay store at the time where I was reselling stuff. So I just figured, oh, this is where you buy anything. But unfortunately, my Bitcoin bids on eBay were not successful. So I didn't end up actually getting my first Bitcoin until 2017.
Understood. That was quite the intro video, I must say. And the next competitor in the number 2 slot, this is a man who needs no introduction. Last year's reigning champion for Crypto IQ. This is the live show that we did that Frank hosted. Oleg, welcome. How are you? And maybe share a fun fact for the folks at home.
Yeah, I'm great. Good to see you again. I'm Oleg Giberstein, founder of CoinRo. We just launched a product called Limits.Trade, also on Hyperliquid. Fun fact, obviously, won Emergence last year. There was one big regret I've had the entire year. When they asked me what meme coin I should buy, I didn't say Stonks, which is the oldest and first meme coin on Solana. So just wanted to mention that here.
Nice. Love that. And I'm curious, you had a big check. Did you take that on the plane with you? Like, how'd you get that home in one piece?
Still under my bed. Half of the block figured out how to ship it over to London.
That's hilarious. All right. Well, contestants, it's great to have you both here. This is a Hyperliquid showdown, as Luke is known to be a Hyperliquid bull on the timeline. So this will definitely be a good one. Now, let's get into how the game is going to work. So throughout this matchup, players will have to answer 10 questions. These are questions based on random topics of various types. Think multiple choice, rank order, as well as free answer questions. Each question is worth more points as the game progresses, but difficulty is also going to tick up a bit. So those seconds matter. As you can see, previously we've had rounds go down to 7 points, which is maybe a second, half second here or there. So it potentially will go down to the wire. And ChatGPT will not be able to help you throughout this competition. That being said, we'll do a check-in about halfway through the matchup to see how you both are doing. Quick temperature check. And the player with the most points will ultimately advance to the round of 8. That being said, contestants, can I get a verbal confirmation that you both are ready? We'll start with you, Oleg, in the number 2 slot. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Nice. And Luke, in the 15 slot, are you ready?
Yes, ready.
All right. Without further ado, this is a technical one. Let's get into question number 1. Which of the following tokens is not an ERC20 token? Is the correct answer A, ETH? Is it B, LDO? Is it C, Uni? Or is it D, Aave? Let's see. Ooh, quick on the draw. Contestants, I barely even finished reading the question. You got the answers, and they both were correct. A, ETH is not an ERC20 token. Luke, we'll start with you since you answered that one quicker than Oleg. What are you messing around with on chain these days on the Ethereum mainnet?
To be honest, not much on Ethereum mainnet. Mainly stuff on Hyperliquid. Yeah.
Understood.
Although I guess the Mega ETH ICO, of course, stuff like that is still happening on Ethereum mainnet. So that's maybe the main thing that's happening on mainnet that I'm doing right now.
Understood. And are you an ICO enjoyer? I have to ask since you brought up the topic.
I am, yeah. Monad, Mega ETH, some others too, probably in the future.
Understood. That being said, contestants, please have your keyboards ready. The next one is a visual question. Let's get into question number 2. What company uses this logo? And it is an iconic logo, I must say. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, man. I will say 2 answers, only one of which is correct. Luke, you got it. The correct answer is
mistyped. That's unfair. I just mistyped the P if you look at my answer.
Yeah, that's true. But as we mentioned, uppercase and lowercase does not impact your answer, but spelling is everything. Haste makes waste. You got to be quick and intelligent. It's a tricky competition. But who knows? We're still early on, Oleg. Plenty of chances for you to make it all back in one question. Wish you the best of luck, sir. Let's move on. This is a lore question for question number 3. This Paradigm co-founder is a Stripe board member. Is the correct answer A, Fred Ersham? Is it B, Matt Huang? Is it C, Patrick Collison? Or is it D, Michael Moritz? Let's see. Both of our contestants registered choice B, Matt Huang, and both contestants were correct. Let's see. Oleg, you got this one lightning quick. How'd you know the answer? It's pretty random.
I mean, he's a well-known guy, right? And Stripe is a Y Combinator company, so is my company CoinRow, so I kind of follow a bit what they do.
And what class of YC were you guys?
S21.
Nice. And I guess it's very rare we get to chat with founders. Like, what's the biggest lesson you've learned, let's say, just in the past year alone, being a founder?
Wow. That's a good question. I mean, you need to be able to run your experiments whilst also building your business. It's kind of like it's a two-lane highway. And I mean, I'm 7 years into it, so it's kind of maybe not something for day one, but it's definitely something at our current stage.
Extremely impressive. You survived a lot longer than most. Entrepreneurship is quite the grind, I must say. Kudos.
Thanks.
All right, the next one's going to be a rank order question. Be ready, contestants. Let's move on. Question number 4. Order these bankruptcy filings chronologically. The top is the earliest. Ooh, man, that's a tricky one. Let's see. In slot A, there's 3 Arrows Capital, B, FTX, C, Celsius Network, and D, BlockFi. Let's see how our contestants did. Oh, wow. Quick. 2 answers. Unfortunately, 2 incorrect answers. The correct ordering for that would have been A, that was 3 Arrows Capital, C, Celsius Network, B, FTX, and then D, BlockFi. I'm sensing some frustration on your end, Oleg. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I think I knew it. I just kind of, had a tiny doubt and then went the other way with FTX and BlockFi.
Understood. And Luke, what threw you off about this question?
To be honest, I did not remember BlockFi being after FTX, so that was just something I didn't know. I remembered it being maybe after Celsius, but I definitely did not think it'd be after FTX. So, skill issue.
Understood. Let's move on. Question number 5. This is lore and culture. Question number 5. This European city was the namesake of the hard fork that enabled EIP 1559. Quite important EIP at that. Is the correct answer A, London, B, Istanbul, C, Berlin, or D, Paris? Okay. Both contestants answered, and the correct answer was A, London. Luke, you took your time answering that one. You got it right. I know you're not much of a Ethereum maxi these days, but at one point in time, was there anything about Ethereum that had you completely fixated?
I was pretty deep into NFTs in 2021. So yeah, I was in 2022. I did basically most of my stuff on Ethereum back then. And I'm still not a like anti-Ethereum by any means, but yeah, just spend a lot more time on Hyperliquid. But yeah, to be honest, this one I didn't know for sure. Going back that far with EIPs is not my strong suit. So
Understood. And it's tough because they go by number. Very rarely do they have these cool names. But
yeah.
We're halfway through the round. Let's pause and take a look at the leaderboard to see how both contestants are faring thus far. And Luke is in the number 1 slot. You got 4 of 10 correct. You got 186 points in that last question, putting out a point total of 591. And Oleg, you're down, but not out. In the second slot, sir, 2 of 10 correct for the round with 235 points total. So sensing some frustration, Oleg, we like little jitters. I know it's a different format. How are you feeling about the second half of the round?
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Understood. And
I'm
Luke,
still upset about the CoinGecko one.
well,
yeah.
you can make it all back in one question. Crypto IQ always goes down to the wire, so it's anyone's game as of now. We've seen probably further out comebacks since we've been doing this the past day and a half, so there's still time. Luke, are there any questions you're hoping to get or things like that as we go into the back half of this round so you can lock in this dub potentially?
Well, normally I'd say Hyperliquid stuff, but Oleg is also building on Hyperliquid, so I'm not sure that's actually an advantage for me. But yeah, I'm definitely worried though for the second half because the questions are going to ramp up in difficulty. I think that's where Oleg might outclass me.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I mean, in terms of Hyperliquid, Luke definitely is the guru.
Yeah. These are definitely not easy questions coming down the pipe. But before we get into that, can I get a verbal confirmation, Oleg, you are ready to move on?
Ready to move on.
Luke, can I get a verbal confirmation you are ready to move on?
Ready.
This next one's a technical question. Let's go ahead and move on to question number 6. LighterDex's core verification approach is built on, is the correct answer A, succinct ZK proofs? Is it B, TEEs? Is it C, committee attestations? Or is it D, threshold EDCSA? Let's see. We got 2 answers, both of which are correct. The correct answer was A, succinct ZK proofs. And Luke, you're quick on the draw there. Not by much, but you outclass Oleg by a few tens of points. Curious, since you guys are actually, this is good for both of you. Since you guys are both perp dex enjoyers, how do you feel about Hyperliquid and these potential competitors that are getting ready to come to market, TGE, so on and so forth? We'll start with you, Oleg.
I'm relatively relaxed about it. Like I don't have I'm not as much like a Hyperliquid maxi as, for example, Luke. I think a lot of it, I mean, it's crypto, right? People are trading based on incentives. They will eventually come back to what is the best product in the market. I think Hyperliquid is still well ahead in that game.
And Luke, anything you want to expound upon there?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of them are bringing like interesting trade-offs and other features to the table. I'm not particularly worried at the moment, but like I think they're definitely like not to be underestimated, and Lighter definitely stands out for its community and kind of the stuff they've done so far. So I've traded on it, and I try to keep up to date with Lighter stuff.
Understood. All right, the next one's going to be Lauren Culture. Let's move on to question number 7. What is the name of CZ's online education platform that he founded? Is the correct answer A, For Education? Is it B, Binance? Is it C, Giggle Academy? Or is it D, Yeezy Labs? All right. Wow. Super quick on the draw, both contestants. Luke again was just a little bit faster than Oleg by, you're talking like a half a second. Got that right, both contestants. It was C. Giggle Academy is the name of CZ's online education platform. Man, this is tough. Oh, like it must be frustrating, man. Like
He's just too good. What can I do?
no, it's fine. You still have the champ. You have the what is it? The competitive edge of being here before. So you never know. It could come down to one final question. But all right, we'll switch it up a bit. Move on to a technical question now. Let's go to question 8. What is the chain ID of BNB Smart Chain? Is it A 3, B 1? Is it C 632, or is it D 56? This one was a tough one. Okay, looks like we got 2 answers, only one of which is correct. And Luke, you're correct. The chain ID for BNB Smart Chain was 56. How on earth did you know that answer, sir?
I'm going to be honest. I studied chain IDs yesterday after the question about the Polygon chain ID. And yeah, so.
Oh, no way. So wait, so what was the thought process there? Because that is a very, very random piece of overall crypto IQ to study. You're like, oh, it's going to come up again, or?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure how to study, so I brushed up on some of the BIPs, the Ethereum upgrades recently, and the chain IDs. Basically, I mean, it wasn't a lot, but honestly, I'm actually surprised that this helped. But
yeah,
I don't think I would have gotten this otherwise. This is definitely, especially BNB. Polygon, actually, yesterday I knew, because on Polymarket, the transactions, when they get stuck and stuff, like the Polygon chain ID is just something you see over and over again. But I wouldn't have known BNB otherwise.
Wow. Look at that. It pays to be on top of it and consistently refreshing your skills, no matter how random they may be. But cheers to you, sir. All right, let's move on to question number 9. How many super representatives does the Tron community elect to become validators? Is the correct answer A, 21? Is it B, 27? Is it C, 14? Or is it D, 43? All right. Both contestants answered. And Oleg, unfortunately, you got this one wrong. Luke, you were correct. The answer was B, 27. Man, I think this may be one of the best rounds any of the participants has had thus far. Let's pull up the leaderboard and see what's going on as we go on to the last question.
Wow, Luke is killing it.
Yeah, this is impressive. I think you've got the most correct answers of any Crypto IQ participant thus far, Luke. You're in the lead. You got 318 points with that last answer, putting you at a grand total of 1775 points for this round, going into the final question. And Oleg lagging a bit behind, only 4 correct, at a total of 699. Man, you weren't lying. You did say this guy was smart.
He is smart, but some of them were like, I was between 2 and just picked the wrong ones. It's annoying, but
it happens to the best of us. Exactly. And really quickly, before we get into the last question, I do want to remind the folks listening, and please stick around after the contestants answer this final question, as we will have the audience participation portion of the matchup. That being said, if you've missed all the previous streams, those who listen to Crypto IQ closely and participate will be eligible to win 2,500 USDC at the end of the Crypto IQ Finals tournament. All you need to do is follow the matchup and participate. After we get to this question, we'll have a QR code displayed on the stream so that you can join and participate. Just please, the main thing is to remember to use the same email. That way we can track your score across different rounds. So without further ado, I'll get a verbal confirmation, then we'll show the final question. Oleg, are you ready for the final question?
Ready.
Luke, are you ready for the final question?
Ready.
All right, let's pull it up. It's a visual one, guys. Best of luck. What is the name of this celebrity's meme coin? right. One answer received thus far. Two answers, both of which were correct. The name of the celebrity was Iggy Azalea, and the name of the meme coin was Mother. You both got that. That being said, we have reached the end of the round, and the winner, Luke, advancing to the round of 8. Congratulations. How'd you feel about the level of difficulty? It looked like a breeze, at least in watching you answer.
Yeah, I think I might have gotten lucky on a few. The Tron one, for example, I had no clue. That was a guess. But yeah, Oleg did well. I just want to point out that his score, I think, would have won some of the other rounds that we've had. So yeah, he did not perform poor here.
I did badly on like 1 or 2 questions. I could have done better, but Luke, killed me here. So it's no shame in that.
I guess I didn't even make the cut to be in this portion of the competition, nor have I won a Crypto IQ finals ever. I'm in no position to talk at all. But Oleg, thank you for stepping up last minute and joining us. Any words of wisdom to impart upon Luke as he advances and tries to take it all home?
There are some big beasts to take down, including the Wintermute guys. Best of luck, Luke. We'll be watching.
Yeah, I'm not very hopeful. We'll do my best.
Cheers, guys. You both did amazing. That was lovely. And now we're going to move on to the audience participation portion of this matchup. So please pay attention to the stream. In a moment, you should see a QR code to join the audience competition. As a reminder, audience members who follow Crypto IQ closely will be eligible to win 2,500 USDC at the end of the Crypto IQ Finals tournament. All you need to do is participate in the audience member questions. Do not worry if you missed the first few matchups. There's still time to catch up. As we get closer to the Final Four, the questions will be worth more points. So it pays to pay attention as we progress throughout these matchups, folks. Please provide your nickname, your X/Twitter handle, and most importantly, use the same email address. It's easy for us to track you across multiple sessions and ensure that you answered correctly. So we'll give it a moment for the audience to get situated, and then we'll move on to that portion. But man, that was very, very fierce. These two guys. I can't lie. One thing I've taken away from this Crypto IQ competition is I clearly need to do a better job on my homework because I don't know. It's like another language to me when I'm watching these guys answer. But I really, really do appreciate it. Appreciate the genius, and I respect it. Makes me want to work harder. But I digress. Enough of me rambling. Let's move on to the audience competition. You should see, there'll be a bit of a delay between the stream, but the question should pop up shortly. Let's move on to question 15. Question 15 for the audience participation. The Bitcoin Genesis block included a Times headline about, is the correct answer A, a stock rally? Is it B, gold shortage? Is it C, bank bailouts? Or is it D, Oracle buying Sun Microsystems? All right, let's see those votes roll in. All right, this may have been the highest participation thus far from the audience. And 58% of you at home answered it correctly. The correct answer was bank bailouts. Choice C were the headlines that were included in the Bitcoin Genesis block. And let's pull up the audience. Let's pull up the audience leaderboard to see who's up there. Oh, Ab has jumped to the top of the leaderboard. This is crazy. We got both Wintermute guys out of the top spot. And Decentralix has been climbing as well, hustling. Wintermute guys are still in the top 10 though. Or sorry, yeah, in the top 10, both Fade and Emperadado. Let's see. FB Slow has been there consistent, as well as Shard and Serby. Trophy's been climbing the leaderboard. So guys, I think this is going to come down to the wire as well, as there's only like a 200-point difference between the first and third place, as well as a bunch of folks continuing to answer. But I digress, as there is one more audience question let's move on and see question 16. Question 16. How tall is the block president Larry Cermak? Is the correct answer A, 6'3"? Is it B, 6'5"? Is it C, 6'7"? Insert brain rot. Or is it D, 6'11"? All right, answers are flowing in. Nice. Looks like 55% of you got that one correct. Larry Cermak, president of the block, is 6'11". That is also 211 centimeters for folks on the metric system. And let's go back to the leaderboard, see how the folks at home are doing overall. Wintermute reclaims the top spot. Oh, man. It's like they give you a little bit of hope just to keep you engaged. And let's go back in. That one hurt. No, good stuff at home, guys. Emperor Dado is in first place. Ab in the number 2 slot. And FB Slow has climbed the audience participation leaderboard and is in third place. Decentralix not too far behind, and Fade closing out the top 5. So that being said, this is the end of the audience participation portion of this matchup. And a huge thank you to our sponsors at Polymarket who made this competition possible. Jump on the wait list on polymarket.com by using code THEBLOCK. That's THEBLOCK, all lowercase. And yeah, thank you to our contestants for participating. I appreciate the guys producing. It's been a lovely day. I mean, I'm having fun day 2. And that... Yep. And sorry, I just got word. We're looking at round 2 Thursday and Friday. That does conclude the round of 16. Now we're gonna dwindle it down to the final 4. So thank you all at home for tuning in. I'm Kelvin Sparks, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.